Chers auditeurs,
dear listeners,
bonjour.
Welcome in Comme d'Archi Podcast Season 3.
Saison 3, dans le monde fascinant des architectes.
And in the architectural projects.
Je suis Anne-Charlotte Deponte, passionnée d'architecture et docteur des universités en histoire de l'archi.
I am one of the spokespersons of Anne-Charlotte, who is a PhD in architecture history.
Merci.
Thank you.
D'être avec moi aujourd'hui.
To be with us today.
Et
And
maintenant,
now,
lundi en français, place au talent.
and Wednesday, let's talk projects. In English, of course.
Bienvenue dans Comme d'Archi.
Hello everyone. Hello Anita Barthelemy Pebock and Fabien Barthelemy. Thank you for being with us today. You are architects. In 2 or 3 sentences, could you introduce us to your architectural practice?
Hello, my name is Fabien Barthelemy. We have our office since about 2016. We are both architects. We have been working, both of us, for bigger offices in Paris. Anita has been working about 10 years by Atelier Jean Nouvel, and I have been working also a few years by Cheikh Morel. It's another architectural office in Paris. Anita is from Austria. We have met in Marseille, where we have been studying. I am myself from Marseille, and we decided after a few experiences in Austria and in France to work in Paris, first of all, and then after a few years we decided to create our office in Paris. Mm-hmm. We work a lot in German-speaking countries, so Germany, Austria and Switzerland. With a lot of other architectural offices, we make a lot of cooperations and a lot of different projects. We work with French offices in German-speaking countries, because as a small office, it's a little bit hard to start without references, so we have been contacted different offices with bigger references to work on projects in Germany and Austria. And the other direction we also work in, or we try to work, because it doesn't work that much for the moment, with German offices in France. So we contacted some companies we knew in Germany and Austria to work on
competition?
In competition,
yeah.
Thank you. In France. That's how we have been. We had the chance to work on this school in Essen in Germany, which we won with the office Chartier Dalix, which is now quite a big office in France. They are not very old, a little bit older than we are, but they have been growing quite fast. And but I think it's their first project in outside France. And we have been contacting them because we were looking for some offices with references in school projects, and we proposed them to work on to make this competition in Essen, and we won it. A few months ago that we won it. We worked on the competition about last year, and we had the decision in
July
this summer.
Mm-hmm.
This project didn't start for the moment because we're still in the process where we have to negotiate about our capacities and our contract.
What size of project?
It's about 28,000 square meters and about 70 million euros, the building costs.
A very big project.
It's quite a big project. It's a good chance for us to work on this project, and it will make for us quite a nice reference.
So about the project of Essen, we win this summer, like Fabien told us already. And the jury told us that we win this project because of the urbanistic implementation of the buildings. Because this building has to be built during, and the students has to be in the school the whole during the building site. And so it was a little bit difficult because the actual building is really on the middle of the size. And so we cannot destroy this building before the other buildings are completed. And so we proposed to build on the sport place which is existing the sport hall, and the other didn't propose this. And that's why we win the competition. And then I think also the architecture was like they wanted to have it because we have balconies with a lot of vegetation. And
for the competition, they were preliminary study which proposed in order to build the different buildings, which most of the competitors followed, but we didn't follow it, as Anita just said.
Yeah.
We proposed something else, and we gained surfaces because we decided to put the outdoor sports place on the top of the sport hall. In that way, we could organize the buildings differently that it was proposed, and we tried really on an urban scale to work with the buildings and to recreate a urban situation, a big garden inside courtyards, not streets, but really organize the site and the building to build a city piece.
And so, like, we build us on the side of the building, then when they will destroy the building, there will be a really big park. And other architects, they build afterwards in the middle also the bibliothèque or something like this. But
library.
For us, it was really important to create a new park for the city and not only a park for the students. And so there will be a new center in this area of Essen.
Which is also important because it's quite a social suburb. It's quite poor, not
a
rich,
lot of
and
immigration.
It was also a social act to create a center in this campus and to really gather the people with different functions around it for the city, for the sports positions. Really create an animation for the
and to open it for everybody, not only for the students.
Mm-hmm. And some words about the differences between culture in Germany and the culture in France about
education.
Yes.
But education is, like everybody knows, is quite different. And that's where we still see in Europe the difference of culture. I think it's one of the most important things. And so in Germany and in Austria, this difference of education, which is more liberal, you can see it also in the architecture, because they don't build the classic class with... This is like a village. So you have a village place, and then the classes are around this village place. And each class is not only on one room with 4 walls. It's an open class, and there is next to this class is a second room, which they can also use, and they use this order with the other class. So there are also exchanges between the different classes, between the different levels, and they don't have to go, for example, downstairs in the bibliothèque, because in the middle of the village they have also a part of the bibliothèque, they have a part of computers, and it's open, and they don't have to sit 50 minutes on their chair. They can walk around, they can go to the bibliothèque, or they can ask someone, so it's different. And what is important for us and what we would like to do for the education in France, it's to bring this to France and to build also new schools, or maybe to change existing Paris schools and to give them a little bit of this village style.
Yes.
For the moment, we tried not to bring the French way in Germany.
Yes.
That was also an interesting way to work on this competition, because for us it was a new program, a new way, a new approach to plan, to design the spaces. That was really exciting.
Thank you very much, and bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone, and see you next Wednesday for our new Comme d'Archi in English. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you for listening. Thanks to Julien Rebours, sound engineer, who is collaborating with us today. Don't forget to tune in to our previews on Instagram at Comme d'Archi Podcast. If you enjoy this podcast, don't hesitate to promote it by giving it 5 stars and a little comment on Apple Podcast or on your favorite podcast platform. And above all, subscribe to listen to all of our episodes for free. See you soon, and until then, take care of yourself.